Much like love and having an orgasm, if it's a rat, you know. You know it's not a mouse. Rule is, I only look at social media on the toilet. I just put all my fingers in her mouth. People are always like, are you sober? I'm like, no, I just hate Uber and Lyft so much. I'd rather drive my own car. Yeah.
We got banned for the same.
And if I really want to just end it and get kicked off of TikTok again, I know exactly what to do.
I've had enough. This week's guest, Logan Guntzelman. She has a new special out called Boner Technology. It is the best name of a special I have ever heard. You will love it. Go watch it now. Well, after the episode. Also, go check out the Patreon where we have all of our unfiltered content. Tonight, I will be live on YouTube, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And last thing, join the Reddit, r-Misery Loves Mandy, every Monday and Wednesday. Be part of the conversation of what our embarrassing story is and what our weekly wieners are. All right, you guys are amazing. Enjoy.
Rat problem in our apartment, and so my roommate got this for me.
After
we finally got rid of the rats, he got me the shirt to commemorate our rat problem.
That's so sweet. We had I lived in like the same building for about 10 years, and I'm not in there anymore, but we had a massive rat problem like the whole time I lived there.
We figured out our problem, and maybe this was not your other, like, we were like, how are they getting in here? What's happening? And then when we were looking, there was just a giant hole in the side of the apartment. So it was just like inside of a cupboard. And the landlord was like, we did all the inspections. We don't know what you're talking about. And we opened one cupboard, and it was just a hole this big to the outside world. And we were like, you know what? I think that's probably how they're getting in the house. And so we patched it up, and now it's been like, I don't know, a year and a half rat free. So pretty exciting stuff.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I had to move out.
Yeah. Because it's just like the landlord would do anything except for admit that he hadn't really done anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he sent us a list of like stuff we could buy at Home Depot. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I've done everything, but if you guys want to get some of these traps, and we were like, just say you didn't buy any. Just why are you sending us a list of tasks?
Yeah, at least my guy gave me traps and stuff, but like mine, I never saw the rats.
I live in I live an alternative lifestyle. I live with my boyfriend, but also my old roommate. But it's a house, but it's two separate entrances. So like my roommate lives in the front half, and then me and my boyfriend live in the back half. So like you don't see each other unless you really want to, but
perfect. On
paper I live in a throuple. It's me and a gay man and my boyfriend, and we caught we put out traps and caught two, and it was very funny because both me and my roommate were like, we're not getting rid of those, and my boyfriend had to throw them out, but he's such a sweetheart, he felt bad where like he went and did it because he was the only like man in the house. But he was like, I have PTSD from ending the lives of all these rats.
Yeah.
Like, so he did have to throw like two away. But after that, it's been smooth sailing.
That's good.
So
that's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see them. Mine were just like, you'd hear them in the walls. They were on the ceiling across from me, so you'd hear them run. And for a while, it was like a fun joke for like the first 8 years. Oh, these are like my little friends. My roommates, I call them. Because it was a studio apartment.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's cute and all. Until rat poop started showing up everywhere.
Yeah. That's when also the thing that we figured out was that, and our landlord was kind of like, he was a slumlord. He has since sold the building, and our new owners are very nice. And it seems, who knows, but it seems, but this, like, there was rat poop and stuff in the house where we were like, I think it was unoccupied way longer than he said, because he said the last people just moved out. And we were like, no, you don't notice a hole in the side of the house. Like that, no one has been here for months.
Yeah.
That's the only way that this has occurred.
They would have told him about this.
Yeah. Someone else
sure.
had to have brought this up. We can't be the first ones. But it's because now and it's funny because we moved. Me and my roommate used to live. Also, do you want to start your? Is this part of the podcast?
Hey, if this is a damn good miserable moment. If you're asking me, living with rats.
I'm ready with a rat story next.
You have a rat story?
You have a rat story?
Do you?
Might have been a mouse. I didn't look. I know it's
Okay,
dead.
let's hear it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I feel like the one thing, because we did also see mice, and one thing I've learned from this is like, much like love and having an orgasm, if it's a rat, you know. Like you know it's not a mouse. Yeah.
So yours was a mouse.
Yeah.
His was a mouse.
Yeah. But so what happened?
So in my partying days in high school, I'm living in the basement, and someone's brought over food, and there's a bag of chips, and I hear it suddenly rustling at 3 a.m. while I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, no.
Fucking grossed out. Never knew the house had any type of shit in that. This is my parents' house. So I just grab the bag, just grab it by the top. I'm not looking at it. It's completely dark. I just walk straight out to the garage. I just slam it on the floor of the garage, and then
You killed it?
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing is like you have.
Or they just fuck?
Yeah, you have to get rid of them. And that was because our whole thing was we called an exterminator, which the landlord's supposed to pay for. But we just wanted, this guy was offering free quotes. And he was like, we're going to seal up the holes in your house and then put rat traps in the like attic area. And he was like, when the traps snap on him, he was like, you're going to hear him struggling up there. You're going to hear him like moving around, dragging the trap around. You're going to hear other ones trying to help him. Don't go up there. Don't help him. Just like you have to be ruthless. And it's so sad.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you just knew it was a rat.
Well, I
Or a
was
mouse.
wasted.
Okay. Well, then that
So-
gives you a little more.
So here's the thing. I didn't even open the bag. Left it there. Dad finds it the next day. What the fuck's this bag of potato chips?
Did
and
he open the
mouse?
bag?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then 2, I woke up thinking, oh my God, I have a pet lizard. What if that was my lizard? It wasn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would have been way more heartbreaking.
For
Yeah.
sure.
If you killed your own.
Nuked him.
Oh,
The
my
slamming
God.
against the ground too. Oh no.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's the weird thing has been because I used to live in a not gentrified neighborhood. I was the worst person in the neighborhood because I was the white woman that moved there, and there were no rats because we had so many feral cats. And now I moved to a nicer area, but way more rats because it's closer to Griffith Park. There are coyotes. They eat all the cats.
What a mess.
Just city living, you know?
Wow.
I have neighbors that have been feeding 4 cats here at our apartment, and they say, hey, the moment we ever have a mouse or a rat, we'll get rid of these outdoor cats. But until then, leave our cats alone.
It's like kind of the only, because when we were looking all this stuff up on the internet, it was like the number one solution for most, they were like, get a cat. Like, as opposed to getting any sort of traps and exterminator, they were like, just get a cat.
I mean, it makes sense. You need to take care of a cat and that shit.
That's, and I've never been, I'm not opposed to cats. I'm not someone who's like, oh, I hate them, but I've never owned one, and I don't see that in my life happen. And I was like, I won't be forced into getting a cat
These
because
damn rats.
these rats. But it's been otherwise I don't think I'd be able to wear this shirt if we still had rats. It would be too triggering.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Well, it's funny. I could definitely relate to it. And this is great. There's probably so many people who's had to live with rats, and they're like, oh, I'm not alone. You know.
And also, it's one of those things where like we felt ashamed. Where like we moved into an apartment. It wasn't like we were living a trash-filled lifestyle that was attracting rats.
Yeah.
But you can't really tell people like, oh, I think we have rats without them being like, oh, like, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, they just assume you're disgusting.
Yeah, it was our lifestyle. It was me, my boyfriend, my roommate. And the universe was like, no, this isn't Christian.
You know what's so weird though? My apartment with rats was when I lived near Griffith.
Yeah.
It's maybe just a rat-friendly area.
Well, because, and I'm not trying to make this a rat cast, but we went on a walk in our neighborhood, and there was a dumpster that I've never seen more rats in my life. It was like 3 blocks away from our house. And it was open, and the whole thing, like from far away, looked like it was like vibrating, and it was so covered in rats that me and my boyfriend hung out for a while watching it. Then we went back to our apartment. We went to my roommate and his friend who was over, and we were like, "Do you guys want to see a bunch of rats?" And they were like, "Absolutely." So we were all standing on the street just watching this insane amount of rats. And other people were walking by, walking their dogs and stuff. And we were like, "Are you guys seeing this right now?" And everyone was like acting like we were weird, which yes, we were. But we were also like, this is the most, like, even New York City, I've never seen this many. And I did like one of those public health, I was just like, just so you guys know, at this address, there's a crazy amount of rats. I don't know what it means, but like, it was more that we were just like, this is nature. We have to watch this. And everyone walking by was like, don't talk to them.
No, they're weird for not being attracted to seeing a weird thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying like 3 or 4 rats. Like, I'm not like 40 rats. I have video on my phone. I'll send it.
Okay, cool.
Because we were just like, this is the craziest amount of rats I've ever seen.
I've never seen that many rats.
Yeah, so they're up there. They're out there.
They're there. I'm so happy. I was thinking what we said got me to think of my weekly wiener, because I've said so many. I was thinking, this will be episode, like, I don't know, almost 170. I'm like, that's a lot of wieners I've said. Sometimes I run out. And then you said something that just happened. So you're talking about the rat. The guy's like, they don't help it. You'll hear it struggle. I'm laughing because I am a person that laughs when things are bad. That's what I do. And I just posted a reel yesterday it was TikTok where it went crazy. And this keeps happening on TikTok where people are getting mad at me. Like,
for why?
Like, I'm laughing out there. The guest was telling a story from his childhood that was bad and that he's working on for a joke. And I'm laughing, one, because there's punches, because he's writing it into a joke. 2, because it's so bad. It's just that bad. And then every comment is just, this girl is laughing too hard at this. And like, people, they're getting so mad at me. And I'm just like, this is my wiener. Social media, people are either like mean to you or mad they think you're mean. There's no winning. The only thing I've noticed on social media, the only place like where it seems to treat people nicely is either like super hot people that are just trying to be influencers. Or people who almost like a reality TV show where it's people, all the commenters, they think that they're better than the person. Like, where they're like, "Oh, you're a beautiful girl." And it's like, someone who that might not be true about them, but those are the kind of, do you know what I'm saying? Like, well,
it's
people they comment that. So then someone looks at their icon and goes, "Girl, you're beautiful." Yeah. They're wanting the comment back for them, I think.
It's just, there's no way to win. I took a picture because someone commented, I posted a joke about Androids versus iPhones, but not like it's so clearly a joke where I'm like, this is not a serious topic.
No.
The amount of hate I've received from Android users is so crazy, where I'm just like, this isn't an actual hill I'm going to die. I don't care. You can use whatever phone you want. And then one lady who, when you look at her photo, she looks like a 3rd grade teacher. She's like, has a white little like page boy haircut. She's in her 50s. And she just commented, "Shut up."
What?
And I was like, Loretta, which is her name. But it's just, there's no, and I also feel like it's a weird, like, maybe it's more comedians, but when stuff is really bad, I laugh also. Like, there's something, it gets so bad that it's funny.
Exactly.
So people like that are too serious. I don't know.
I'm like, it's so weird. The Android and iPhone, that's a perfect example. You're like, how are people heated over this?
It doesn't, and because I'm also like, I might be in the minority, but I have never felt the need to comment on anything. The only times I ever have is like if it's my friend and I go, well, I know this will help them, so I'll write something. But I've never organically been like, I really like, or maybe I've written like ha 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 ha, like that's the most that I could, but I've never been like, I really got to make I don't understand that. I don't
know either.
I'm like, is this like you're bored at work? I don't know.
I think that's probably it. Or at home just scrolling and just wanting to be a part of something. And then I'll delete the comments when people write something where and they're getting too much attraction. And I'll just delete it because I'm like, they don't deserve this attention.
Yeah, this isn't about them.
No. I'm in control here. You're not gonna get that.
That's my favorite is whenever I get some like crazy out of pocket comments, I'll always just like it. Like I won't get rid of it and I won't respond to it. But I feel like the most annoying thing, like when they're out there like, you're ugly or you're fat, you're not funny. I'm always just like, yeah, I saw it.
It's a little mind.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I like mean comments too.
And I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but I'm always like, that's kind of funny what you said.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just wild, but I'm like, I will laugh at every fucked up thing people are going to say on here. That's the whole theme of the podcast is laughing at miserable things, you fuckers.
It's so insane.
Oh, God. But we were saying before we got here how we love your social media.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, guys. It means a lot.
But you're like, you're just original. You're yourself. I feel like everyone's just like the same shit. I'm like, mine just stand up or like just things, and like yours just is
but
you.
What really sucks though is the internet is really trying to get everyone to post the same stuff, you know, and it's like anytime I post something where I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, I'm pretty proud of myself for this one, it does so bad that I think I'm being like made for, like it'll be like 32 likes
and I'm
just like, okay, and then I'll like repost the like a 2-second, I don't even know, and that'll be the thing almost to the point where like that's what will blow up, and then I will lose followers whenever I post stand-up or stuff that I actually worked on because people are like, that's not what I followed this account for. So it is nice to hear. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Something original and different and not the same bullshit.
Thank you.
A giant hair clip can't just be repeated over and over and over.
No. Well, I did.
Or could it?
We do still have it. We keep moving it around the house because unless someone wants to buy it.
Hey. Comment below.
But we now just have it sitting on top of our dryer because there's nowhere to really put it. But I also didn't want to throw it out because it took me a really long time to make.
Well, maybe first bids. Let's hear. Well, besides annoying social media, did you have any weekly wieners in mind? Pet peeve, something bugs you more than it should?
Okay, this might be hyper specific, but this happened today.
Perfect timing.
I had to call my health insurance today.
Oh,
so
don't get me started.
So I told you ahead of time I had to we had to do this later because I had to get a mammogram. Which I then had to reschedule because they called me today. The day of the appointment. The day of the appointment, they call me early in the morning, the doctor's office, and they go, "Hey, so it says your insurance is pending. We don't know what that means." And I was like, "You're the doctor's office. What do you mean?" And they were like, "We don't know what that means. So you should probably call your," I was like, "Do I call my insurance or my doctor?" And they're like, "Call your insurance." And I go, "Okay." I call my insurance. Obviously I get transferred like 3 separate times. Whoever I'm talking to has the worst headset of all time where I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I'm just like, could you speak up, please? I really can't hear you. This is important. She's saying that I have to call a third party that's where they send all the information to. I was like, so not my insurance. She was like, no, this other place. I was like, okay, can you connect me to them? And she said a bunch of stuff and I couldn't really understand what she was saying. I was like, yeah, just connect me to whoever I need to talk to, unless you think I should talk to my doctor. She says a bunch of stuff. She goes, no, we'll connect you with this third party. I go, fine. Okay. She finally connects me to my doctor's office. And I'm not saying anything new. Luigi really made some good points, I think. I'm just like, how is it that my insurance has to call someone else to find out whether or not something is approved by my insurance? You're the insurance.
You're the insurance. You're the one.
You should know when I call. And also like they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't know why that would be." And I'm like, "You're the one who says it. No one else is making the call that it's pending. You're in charge of that."
Yeah.
So anyway, I just health insurance in general, but just why do I have to call someone else when I'm calling my insurance?
So wait, did they give you the answer at least?
No, they were just like, basically, I just have to get another authorization, and then I can schedule the appointment once I have the authorization, which I already had, which is how I made the appointment. But for some reason, that didn't work. So, it's just anytime you're in the middle of doing stuff and you have to call your insurance, you're like, I think that's the rest of my day. That's going to be at least 2 hours. That's the rest of my day.
It really is. Anytime I'll be like, okay, today we're going to do some adulting tasks.
Yeah.
You don't even get the one done.
No.
And you're just pissed off the
You're
entire day.
And it's also, and I'm trying so hard to be nice to the lady on the phone because I know all she does is deal with people who are mad.
Yeah.
And also I'm like, the nicer I am, the more likely it is she's going to solve my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman, I got to a point where I was like, I'm going to be like everyone else because you're not answering my question. And then you also, and the whole time I was like, I'll hang up and call my doctor if that's who you want me to call. And she was like, no, I think this third party is going to help you. That's the person you're going to need to talk to. And I was like, fine. And then she goes, I'll connect you. And then she connects me to my doctor.
Crazy.
And I was like,
crazy.
Anyway.
No, that's such a good one.
That was a real wean moment for me.
Total. I called Apple customer care last week because my iPad is like attached to the cloud. But then, like, on my iPad, I just wanted to watch Netflix, like, on the road, like, we're traveling. So I had to clear space. And I'm like, I don't want it all connected. And then I clicked a button that said, delete all old messages. And then the enable button went away once I clicked it and made a check mark to where I couldn't unclick it. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to delete all my old messages because, like, photos people send you and stuff. So I call Apple. This lady didn't know shit. She was just Googling it while on the phone. Let me look that up.
Yeah.
And then so while she's looking it up, then I'm asking ChatGPT and I'm like, let's see who wins.
Yeah.
And I won.
You won?
And I was like, how does she not know? People are just on the other lines now with computers.
Yeah, that's what I will say, I did work at the Apple store and
yeah, what's going on there?
some people really are passionate about Apple and really want to help people solve problems. And some people are there for the paycheck.
Yeah. She, at the end, she goes, oh, shit, I've got to hold on, stay on the phone for a second. I got to log this or I'm going to get in trouble. You know how it is. And I was like, she does not care about this job.
No one who works customer service should go, you know how it is. That's like, not something you should say.
But then a part of me kind of made me like her. Because I'm like, wow, she's not. She doesn't. She's doing her best.
That was once I had to call. When I worked at the Apple store, the thing that really sucked is if people came in with a problem with their phone that was based on their carrier, like if it was a T-Mobile issue or Verizon or whatever, they would come to the Apple store thinking that we could fix it, but all we could do was call T-Mobile or Verizon and just like talk on the phone for them while they stood there getting mad. And so I was dealing with a guy who was so upset, and I called, and it was a woman's voice, and she was like, but she worked, it was something Apple for Verizon. I don't know, but she was like, I was like, hi, I'm calling from Apple. My name's Logan, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, hello from Apple. My name's Logan. And then so the whole time we were just like, oh, well, Logan, let me see if I can help you out with that. And this guy is so mad, like his phone isn't working.
And you guys
are
having
the time of my life.
I mean, it's not a popular name either.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we both were like, oh my God. But it's just, I get that customer service is a terrible, like, job to have. And I know you're only dealing with, and I just wish there was like a way to prove, like, I'm not someone who has a problem that, like, just turn it off and on. Like, I'm not a complete dumbass. I swear, like, connect me with someone who can actually help me, please.
Yeah, please.
But it's bad out there. And I don't know if, like, they're going to now switch to a lot of AI stuff. I don't, like, based on your experience, that might be better.
I was thinking too. I was like, first now I'm switching to Waymo because Uber drivers are scaring the shit out of me. Now I'm like, she doesn't know what to do, and ChatGPT told me how to do it. So I'm like caving myself.
I still haven't I don't have ChatGPT, or like I don't go on it on my browser, but my boyfriend has it, and I'll be like, hey, can you ask your best friend a question for me really quick? And he's like, this doesn't mean that you're not better than me. You just keep asking me to use mine.
It's like taking in someone's smoke and being like, I'm not smoking.
Yeah, I'm not inhaling. It's not a big deal. But
Matt will he'll ask me my opinion, and then I'll hear him go in the other room and ask ChatGPT its opinion. And I'm like, how dare you? Who are you to listen to now? You know?
Who do you have a same opinion as ChatGPT, or does it often have a different like?
I think usually it's around the same realm, so maybe it makes it easier. But I also don't hear all of the things he's saying to it. Yeah. But like he'll be like, he'll be like, wait, what did he say the other day? Fuck, I don't remember. I blanked. But yeah, I just hear him, and then I hear him in the room. Oh yeah, he'll come home and he'll be like, yeah, so ChatGPT, like we'll have conversations because we both use it a lot. Like ChatGPT told me this, and I'm like, we don't even name it. We just call it ChatGPT told me. ChatGPT told me this. The other day, I was talking to Chappelle about this. I was like, and then I asked ChatGPT. Oh, and Audrey said, okay, so many thoughts at once about ChatGPT. So they're all coming in too much. There's too much. I'm going to blank. Audrey was telling me that ChatGPT was on some late night show. Too many people are using it as its therapist. And that it's agreeing with people too much. Yeah. To where then it's causing harm on the people.
Well, there are people who have killed themselves because it keeps like
agreeing.
Yeah, it keeps being like we're like, I just don't see the point of living anymore. And they're like, that's a great point, Damon. Like there isn't like because it just agrees with you.
God. Yeah. See, this is where I'm smiling because it's bad. I'm smiling because it's really bad. That's awful.
But this is why I don't like. I try to avoid my boyfriend will do the same thing where like he'll like come in and put like a bag on our bed, and my pet peeve, I'm always just like, I know my backpack and stuff has like been on the floor in a bathroom, been in so I'm always like, can you just not put stuff on the bed? Like that's my only, I don't give a shit about anything else. And then I'll be like, can you not? And then he'll be like, okay. And then he'll go in the closet and I'll hear him be like, hey, ChatGPT, how do I get my girlfriend to respect me? I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. They're going to ChatGPT behind our back.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. What did ChatGPT say about that? But it makes me it does make me nervous. And I get that there are some, like, I also feel like now they've made Google just regular, I know it's not analog Google, but like they're purposefully making it shittier and shittier to force you to use AI instead, because that's where they're investing all their money. Because whenever you just use regular Google, the first page is all ads. Like you have to scroll far to get your actual answer. And I feel like they have no incentive to make regular Google better, because they're like, the less helpful this is, the more people will turn to Google AI and ChatGPT and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's but I'm still just Googling, then like going to page 2. I'm like, you're not going to beat me. Even though I still don't know, I'm still Googling. It's not like I know.
You're still looking for the source. I remember, I feel like, when did Google come out, Mike? Can you see? I feel like I still remember like how cool this is. You can search something.
I remember learning about what the internet was.
98.
98, yeah.
I had to do a report in 3rd grade on iguanas.
Wow.
And I was trying to get my dad to take me to the library so I could look up stuff on iguanas. And my dad was like, well, there's this thing called the internet where you can look up anything. And really, I know it was my dad just being like, I don't want to fucking go
take you to
the library. I'm going to show her. And he like showed me how to like look up iguanas on the internet and like see what, and then, yeah, but I still very much remember like, you don't have to go to the library. You can just use the computer. And I think that's ruined my life.
Yeah, totally.
But I was like, what?
I know. I try so hard to like think before I Google something, and it just doesn't come.
Or I also like, what I will try to do more often, like one little habit as I get older, is in conversations, like if someone's talking about a movie and then someone goes like, what was that other movie they made? I feel like everyone has a reflex, if they can't think of it, they'll look it up.
Yeah.
And I try to, if I'm someone who can't think of it, I just go, because in olden times, you just move on. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just be like, I'm just not going to know. I don't know. And so I like try to just be like, as opposed to being taken out of the conversation, to double check, like, what was the other movie Sandra Bullock was in? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to know that. I'm going to like, but it is a conscious thing where like, it's a tick where if I can't think of something, I'll start to reach my phone. Then I go, do I actually need this information for this conversation? And 9 times out of 10, I don't.
Because then you pull your phone out and then you're going to other things and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, great, Instagram's up again. How did that happen?
Yeah. Sometimes you ever close Instagram and then reopen it without even realizing that you just did that?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
and I'm like, what was that? Why did I do that?
I'll move my Instagram icon around on my phone so it's in a different spot. So then it kind of like takes me another second to maybe think about it.
That's what my rule is. I only look at social media on the toilet.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So every pee takes like 15 minutes. But it is like I really won't look at it in like most of the day.
I pee so much. I think that would make me on my phone
You'd
more.
be on your phone more.
Oh, wait, but back to not looking it up. The best part is when you would do that, it always comes to you later. Like later that day, you'll be like, 2 weeks notice was the movie she was in.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's just, it and also then because I feel like almost every time I look something up, I don't remember that fact.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not like, okay, I'm going to lock that away and remember that now. Like it doesn't, but the ones where I go, oh, right, that's what it was. Like that came from my own head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels better too, but it's all done.
It's all bad.
It's
all
done.
so bad. It's all so bad. It's so insane. I don't even, but it's also, it's fine.
Whatever.
You know, it could be worse.
I'm kind of enjoying it. Like I said, I'm part of the problem. I like Waymo. I like ChatGPT.
Waymo, I get. For a while, I was like, I don't get it. And then I like hate Uber and Lyft so much.
So much.
Not even, but like, yeah, there's the obvious factor of like, I don't love getting in a stranger's car. But even beyond the worst case scenario, I just like, I feel so much pressure to like, I can't block them out and just wear headphones and be like, I'm a separate person right now. I'm like, I'm in your car. Yeah. Like I'm sitting in your, like, and I so hated that anxiety that like, I'll take the bus. Like I hate Uber and Lyft. So then like Waymo, I was like, oh, you don't have to talk to anyone. I do see the appeal of that.
That is the whole appeal. I mean, the safety and the no communicating. Because Ubers do cause me tons of anxiety because I can't be a dick either. And it's not even you being a dick.
No.
But it's like.
But it feels that way.
Feels like it.
And also it's like one of those things where like sometimes you get a driver who like, they don't talk at all. And you're like, okay, well, thanks. We're not great. You've set this precedent.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, you know, when you get in one and then they're just like, so how's your day going? And you're like,
here we go. Buckle up.
I know you wouldn't say that if you didn't want to talk. It's good. Yeah. I get, you know.
You have to just try to do small answers.
Yeah.
But then it's like, yeah, it feels cunty.
Yeah. And the fact that you're rating each other.
Yeah.
So it's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it does help. Like, I barely ever drink. And so people are always like, are you sober? I'm like, no, I just hate Uber and Lyft so much. I'd rather drive my own car. Like, I don't want to ride in someone's car.
Exact conversation with Matt. We're like, let's not drink tonight because I don't want to take an Uber. It's so true. Okay. Well, let's get into embarrassing stories. Okay. I feel like almost all of your jokes or the jokes that I know that you've done are just all stemmed from real life embarrassing moments.
Everything is. And the honest thing is a tough balance depending on the audience because like I don't feel bad about any of it. Like I feel like people like you know audiences that do a lot of like oh yeah.
Oh, I'm like I wouldn't be saying it.
Yes, exactly. It's like that's not you think I'm saying this at a stand-up comedy club because I want people to go, oh.
No, it's the worst thing they can say.
And you have to really balance like if you're the butt of the joke for every joke. Like some stuff you have to say about other stuff. But it's so tough because most of the time so many things to me that are very funny, like some places if it's a really awe-y crowd, I'm like, oh, you guys really feel bad for me right now. Like I'm great. But you guys really feel bad about all of this. But yeah, most of it is just really embarrassing stuff.
Do you have a story that you've tried to do that hasn't worked from like a real life moment or one that you're working on now?
I mean, I have like, what's tough is some, like my hands down most embarrassing moment is like two there's too many layers to it to turn it into a joke. Do you know what I mean? Like if it was like a story time thing,
Yeah.
maybe, but like there's just a lot of like I was working backstage at a thing, and so you had to wear all black, and the only black shirt I had was from the musical The Producers, and it said when you got it, flaunt it. I was 13, and I was moving stuff on stage, and the lady on the stage, it was like a tech rehearsal, and she had a hot mic, and she read my shirt, and she's like, when you got it, flaunt it, that's so cute. And she pulled my shirt across my chest, and she went, oh, look at your little nubbins. Because I was, and on a mic in front of all the people working at this. And she was like, but at least yours are going to grow. She was like, ours are basically the same size. And she turned to the piano guy. She was like, right? And I was like, and I was just like standing holding a mic. And the whole thing is like, this was like a breast cancer benefit where like I was volunteering to like help out because my mom was working on it. And you know, in like middle school and stuff, you had to do like certain hours of, at least at my school, you had to hit an amount of community service hours.
So you don't even want to be there.
So I don't want to be there. And it was this kid's bar mitzvah that weekend. And his family friend was Steve Gutenberg. And so everyone at school was so excited. They're like, you going to the bar mitzvah? Steve Gutenberg's going to be there. I was like, I can't go. I have to work as a stagehand at this breast cancer benefit. And then this lady called out how flat I was at 13. But it's one of those things where it's like, I could maybe try to, but anytime it's like, there's a lot of layers to it to get to the final part. And then usually I wish most people laugh like you did, but I think it's mostly a visceral, like the fact that an adult woman is pulling on a tween girl shirt and being like, look how small your boobs are.
Oh, yeah.
People are just more like,
yeah, I can see that.
So uncomfortable. So,
but what did she call that?
Nubbins.
That's the funniest part.
It's to this day, my whole family, if they say the word nubbins in front of me, they love to look at me and just see me like recoil into myself. It was, I can't express to you that like the most human, no stand-up set has ever felt as bad as that woman saying that I had nubbins.
I've never heard that before.
I had also, but I knew what she meant. I used context. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know what you mean.
And then like how she was trying to backtrack too, like, right?
Yeah, she was like, at least yours are going to grow. And then she's getting the piano guy. She's like, ours are the same size, right? And I was like, don't make this adult man look at my boobs.
My nubbins.
Yeah, I was like, they're my nubbins. These aren't for anyone else. So that was definitely, but so it's like finding a balance of stuff that is unfortunate or embarrassing, but is a short enough thing that you can turn it into a joke that'll keep people's like attention, you know?
For sure. It's so hard. I'm trying now. I'm like, the farther I get into comedy, which it's taking a really long time, but I feel like now more than ever, every day feels like like I've figured it out.
Every day I'm like, you know what? I think I'm really cracking this comedy thing. I'm figuring it out. And the next day I have like the worst set I've had in years. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Every day is just another freaking day.
Just so many humiliations over and over again.
I'm trying to now think of like, because I think when I watch stories, like I would watch stand up, I love when they're like, just like, it seems so easy. Like watching you, I feel like your jokes just feel like they're so conversational and so like you're like, when you watch yourself, it's different. But I love watching you. Just feel so chill and like I feel so like my jokey, and I'm like I just want to like pull for more like. They're all from real stories, but just like more stories. But just like that one, it feels like I'm like, how do I now? It just, I don't see the joke. I see the joke, but I don't know how to make this a joke.
Yeah, or it's like you don't even know how to, the starting point is like, well, here's my most embarrassing moment. Like, you want to be able to find a way in that doesn't make it obvious. Do you know what I mean?
Has
like
to feel natural.
Yeah, and so I it's always tough, or like it'll usually be, I think, like a little bit after something really embarrassing or something, I'll be like, wait, I think that's funny. Like, do you know, like, and then I'll kind of go from there. But it's just, and it also really depends on like, if you find out early on that the audience is more of a sympathetic audience, then you're like, Well, I guess I'm gonna skip a lot of these jokes because you're just not. It's not for you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Don't make me go through this my entire set.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's one of your favorite stories that you've turned into a joke?
Man, I do anything. It's tough because anything involving school has been true, and those are always the ones that people like in the comments will call out. Where like I had one joke where I say that I was going through a door in middle school and I was reaching out to open the door, but as I was reaching out, a girl inside the building opened the door. So what happened was I just put all my fingers in her mouth. Like, because she pulled it open, and because the door wasn't there to stop my hand, momentum, it just kept swinging up and went into her mouth. And so many people would be like, how tall was this door handle? Like, it was like a push door, but it was, my hand was up.
Also, and you're in middle school.
Yeah, you're not that tall. And I don't know how tall, but it was like, because she already opened the door, nothing stopped my hand. So that's why, but like, that's one that like people will be like, well, there's no way that happened. Cause like, how would that happen? And like, that's not how doors work. That's not, and I'm just like, did you have control of your limbs in middle school? Because I didn't.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah.
It's so funny you said that because we just did last week. It's coming out. Last week we did a Misery Loves high school stories for my solo episode, and every single I'm so happy you said that. All the stories I was saying, Mike was like, these don't sound real, and that's one thing that's held me back from doing them on stage is that like they just sound fabricated, but they're not.
Yeah.
But you know the audience is going to think they're a lie. But then you live those moments in real life where you're like, oh, this would be a good episode of Curb. Because it seems like fake, but it's real.
But I also feel like that's the thing that I think you lose nothing by trying it is I think everyone has a couple stories from middle or high school that like became like legends. Do you know what I mean? Like those things that everyone remembers that just like didn't seem real. So even if people are listening to you and being like, that seems so crazy, if they just take a second and be like, well, what was that story about? Like, you know, the kid who was the grade above me who like swallowed a bunch of weed and then like got arrested. Like, do you know what? One of those kind of things where like, I would try it just because I feel like that happens, you know? But it's so, people are so quick to be like, that wouldn't happen. I'm like, I'm sure you tell 5 or 6 stories that people are like, no way. Do you know, like, where I'm like, you know, things happen in life that are crazy. Why
all
do you
the time?
And I get like comedians make stuff up. I know that. But thankfully I have such a rich mind of mortifying experience where I'm like, these aren't made, they just kind of happened. Like I can't make this. I couldn't if I tried.
I mean, that'd be such a random thing to make up. I open the door and put my hand in somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
What?
That's well, because I'm just like, and then I had all these jokes about I went to community college for a semester. I transferred colleges, and so I lived at home for a semester and went to community college, and my mom took classes with me.
What?
And because they were night classes, and she was like, I don't want you to get murdered in the parking lot, so I'm going to go with you. And so I had jokes about it, and then like, and this was years and years ago, and these girls from my high school, like, they posted, it was like in the first set that I did on Comedy Central, like one of their digital things, and there were girls that I weren't friends with in high school being like, she didn't go to community college. And I was like, first of all, bitch, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Second of all, I will show you my like stuff where I'm like, why do you think I made up that I went to community college?
Yeah,
like,
no one wants to say that.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to school with my mom. Like, that wasn't on the list of goals that I had. So it's always stuff like that are the most fun, that people are always like, well, that can't be true. And I'm like,
why would I say that? I completely forgot. I went to community college and I forgot that I took a night class and my aunt signed up for it with me. I completely forgot this ever happened. And she'd be like, do you want a sip? And she had like alcohol in her cup. I'm like, oh my God.
It does seem fun to go back when it really doesn't matter. At the time, I was like, I just need the credit so I can transfer.
Right.
You know
I
what
wanted to
mean?
get out so bad.
And looking back, honestly, community college was the most fun. That was my favorite one.
I
Like
had fun too.
that it was because the class it was also just a reminder of like it. In my English class in community college, we watched movies because not enough people in the class were proficient readers.
Really?
Yeah, so we watched The Truman Show, we watched The Matrix. It was all about sort of like perception versus reality. That was kind of like the theme of
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
class.
say I see the theme.
Yeah, but so like it was just sort of it made me like once I did transfer, I like and people would complain about classes or like this classmate won't do like their group project. I'm just like, you guys, you've got it pretty good here. You know, they're signing books in English class. Like this is a pretty good education we're getting.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember like after going to university, after community college, I was like, this is hard. I was like, this is like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this.
School was like the only thing that I was good at before, like, and then I decided to do stand up, but like it was more my problem was time. Like I would do okay, but I would just not do all the work the whole semester and then stay up for like 36 hours. And every semester I'd be like, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to really apply myself. And then it'd be like just not moving from one spot for 36 hours and then feeling so proud of myself, being like, wow, I can't believe I did a whole semester's work in a day and a half. And then would just do it again every time. But I was like, no one, why was I doing this to myself? Like no one was, and I just, I don't know. But college was weird. I don't really think I needed to go, to be honest.
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember
nothing.
No.
But I also procrastinated too. Like I wouldn't pay attention, and then it was like time for the test, and I just took like I got my business degree, so it was just multiple choice mostly. So I would get a Monster energy drink, take a Red Bull, and be in the library the night before, just trying to memorize the answers.
Yes.
And then I would go take the test and then forget everything.
Never that I would cram everything and then couldn't tell you a single thing that I actually learned.
No.
And I just like, and I also like, I did psychology, but this like specific kind that was like a neuroscience-y thing about illicit drugs. And so like I wrote my final paper in college on weed. Like everything that I did, I was like,
what?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was pretty sick. Well, the professor, I was a TA for this professor, but who has within the past year been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Whoa.
So you know he's a very esteemed academic.
Yes, for sure.
Because he does heroin for fun and likes to tell people that you can use drugs recreationally. Like some people get addicted, but that's covering up all the other people who just do drugs for fun.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but when I worked for him, like his whole thesis was like meth, not that bad. Like, so, cause what he did, which at the time was like fun. And when you're like 20, you're just like, this is entertaining like, it was that, cause you always hear these scary statistics of like, 18% of people, I'm sure I'm getting it wrong. It's like 20% of people who try heroin will become addicts. But that means there are 80% of people who have tried heroin who did not. And his whole thing was like all these people who either are habitual drug users or have like dabbled in drug usage but are not addicts. How is it affecting them health-wise? And he had a lab that looked like an apartment, and he had people would live in it who said they used drugs recreationally but weren't addicts. And they would like do a bunch of like blood pressure tests, like health tests, seeing like what does a person's body look like if they are using illicit drugs but not addicted to them, which no one had really done that research. So it was like a cool thing to... But also ultimately it was just him being like, so yeah, I do heroin sometimes. And it was like, okay, well, seems like a lot of work to just justify your use of heroin sometimes.
Sounds like you just wanted some people to hang out with.
That's exactly, I know. And I was just like, okay. But the only thing, like each unit was on like a different type of drug. So I was like, this is sick as hell.
I mean, I've always heard like each class was on a different drug.
His the like 101 class that I was the TA for it was called drugs and behavior, but his like area of expertise was called pharmacokinetics, which is how drugs move through your body. So it was like any drug from Tylenol to ecstasy. How does it like move through your body into your brain and then actually cause whatever effects it has? So that was like a fun. I really like science.
So that's really cool to hear.
So
why?
That was fun.
So do you know why? Like, say people that did like psychedelics in high school. Why do they all have this same personality trait? What causes that? Do you know?
No, that one I don't know. And that's like I've done mushrooms, but I've never done LSD or anything like that because I'm too scared that I'll be like those people who like they've done it one too many times and then you just like get a blacklight in your house, you know? Like,
my God.
But I just feel like it's like a weird, I don't know if it's like the drug causing that, or once you decide you want to try and do drugs, then you sort of find a group of people who also want to experiment the same way you do. And usually they have like signifiers externally to let you know they're that kind of person. And I think it's that sort of vibe and like dressing like that to just be like, hey, if you want to expand your mind, we're the people to talk to. You know what I mean?
I've always wondered that. I'm like, it's the craziest thing. Like, I can meet someone and you'll know if they've done acid in the past.
Yeah. And because I think they hit like a certain amount, but it's funny because acid's like the only drug that it's pretty much impossible to overdose on.
Huh.
Like all the other ones you can overdose, but at least this is from so long ago. I'm sure that not all these facts are different now, but they were like the only drug you die from withdrawal is alcohol, which is crazy. And it was also a lot of stuff of like the history of like the reason why like some drugs are punished more harshly. It was all due to like lobbying back in the day where like alcohol like was in the government's pocket, but like marijuana farmers were like not. And so then that was when they started being like, well, we got to make this elite. Like it's all very money. But yeah, all that I really don't know because they all are like that. And it's crazy to see like the kids who like to do like Molly and go to concerts. They're the same. I know like that when they're walking around, they're like 22 and they're like, no one's ever done it like this. And I'm like, you look like me and you look like the people in the 90s who were doing it also. Like this look has been the same the whole time. So I don't know.
It's fun. Yeah. Oh, my cousin's having some fun right now going to all of those concerts. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see what he's like in 5 years.
That is it. When they get a little too deep into it, you're just like, because I went to like a couple music festivals.
Yeah, same in college.
And I was like, it was fun, but it wasn't. It didn't speak to me the way that it seems to speak to some people. And I don't know if it's that I don't love drugs enough or that's just not my vibe. Because I think I liked like that wasn't my issue. I was like, the drug part is fun, but at a certain point, I was like, I'm tired of bumping into sweaty people.
Yeah,
I don't want to sleep in a tent. Like I don't.
Yeah, I think it just hits people different. Yeah, they just find out they love it. They love it. And I think maybe that's the problem is like when you're not doing something you love so much anymore, you're just daydreaming of it.
Yeah. I
don't know.
And then I also think just like being an adult is hard and people like to find any sort of release that they can, and sometimes it's like I don't think I'll ever go to Burning Man, and I'm okay with that. Like
I couldn't agree more.
Like, every time people are like, you have to try it just once, I'm like, I don't.
No, that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah, there's something for everyone.
I missed Warped Tour. I didn't even know it was coming back. I was like, that's what I wanted to do. Why didn't anyone tell me? I missed out on everything.
I'm like the biggest, but I don't really. I'll take the VIP experience of anything, but I'm like, I'm not a big, it takes a lot to get me to go out.
To slum it.
Yeah. I'm if I have to look for parking somewhere, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. But I'm not sitting here being like, people are wrong for having fun. I'm more just like, I know that I'm the lame one here. But I've tried for years to be like, yeah, I want to go to that concert. And now I'm finally like, I don't want to go. And I think it's okay.
Yeah, it probably feels good, right?
Well, I feel like no band I've ever, and maybe this is a problem of my own musical interests, no one has ever been as good live as they sound on their CD.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Or not just a CD. I'm not 1,000. Like whatever you listen to it on.
I thought CD sounded normal.
But and mostly you're hearing the other people around you singing, which like if that is an exciting thing, that's go for it. But for me, I'm always just like, doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because I'm only listening to people who are really auto-tuned, and that's like why.
I don't know. I used to love going to concerts. I haven't been in so long, but I loved it in like high school. I'd go all the time, but that was a really long time ago now. But I keep like, I have to force. Does your boyfriend like not force you to go out, but is he your motivator to get out? Like
it's nice because we motivate each other for different stuff where I can get in a groove of like the only reason I'm going out is for comedy stuff. And he'll be like, well, let's go do something else. Like, 'cause he's not a comedian. So, which is a nice, but he also like, he just went to see, Oasis. It was very cute. It was, my roommate's boyfriend and my boyfriend, all three of them went to see Oasis. So it was all the boyfriends went to see Oasis, which was very cute. But so, he'll like get me to go out and do things that are not related to comedy. I'm glad that he does, but it is every single time I'm just like, and at the end, I'm always glad I did it. I'm always glad that I did it, but getting me to do it is the most like,
that's what I was going to say. 'Cause Matt always gets me to go out. Because I'm a homebody. I've always been. I'm so happy at home. If you give me a good meal and the couch and a show I'm watching, pure joy.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
100% like my favorite place to be. But I can't stand it when like we'll go out to dinner and then after dinner he's like, let's swing by the Improv or the store, and I'm like, wait, I just did the thing.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of myself for making it out, and I enjoyed it, and that was fun. And now there's an after party. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to go.
You're like, that's not what I didn't sign up for that.
That much socialization.
But I also, it's another thing too, where like I can get pretty comfortable at home not talking to anyone. But then at the same time, I'll also start to feel kind of shitty. And it's like a thing where I wish I was an innately social person, where once I'm out in an environment, it's not hard for me to talk to people. It's not a shyness thing, but it's more like a like you. If I have stuff at home, I'm like, why would I leave?
Yeah, I'm so happy here.
But then once I go out, I'm always afterwards glad that I interacted with other people.
Yeah, I always have to remind myself that when I don't want to go out. But before, I'm like, I don't want to like talk to everybody. I don't want to do this whole thing. But that's why I'm so happy like to have stand up. I'm like, there's nothing to do. And like, I mean, there's concert, movies, dinner, drinking, but there's really not much to do.
It blows my mind. So like nights where if I don't have a show or I don't have work, and we'll like be walking around, and most of the time, like the other thing that's my boyfriend really likes to cook, so we eat at home a lot, because I can eat the same thing every day. I'm so boring. I can't express to you how boring I am. Like, I don't like going out. I never like doing anything, and I like eating the same thing every day.
Wait, you're speaking my language. I've been at the same dinner and lunch for probably 2 months now. I'll make the same thing, so I don't have to think about it, and I'll food prep it, and I enjoy it every night.
Yeah, and every time I'm not like this again, I'm like, I can't wait to have my shitty salad that I have every single night. But it's like, I will like go out and see people out, and it'll take me a half second where I'm like, what are people doing? And I'm like, oh right, at night, like people go out to dinner. Yeah, that's like what people do at night. Like it's just stuff that once this, like, I feel like I'm way too conditioned that at nighttime that's when I'm working. So I'm like, what are all these people?
They're living a life.
Yeah, drinking at a restaurant. That's crazy.
When I'll drive by, like, you know where you see Bee and Birds? I'll drive by that and everyone's sitting outside and eating. I'm like, look at them.
Yeah.
Look at those people.
It's all like, I'm like, I guess that is how you have fun if you're not constantly trying to pursue something that really just gives you diminishing returns year after year.
But then I'm like, but I love this thing, and it gets me out at night.
And I also, it's something I really enjoy doing, and it's a thing where like friends of mine or I have 2 older siblings, and like their friends are like you'll hear so often how difficult it is to make friends as an adult, to maintain friendships as an adult.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, for better or for worse, comedy makes it so that you always have people to go like there's always something to do and people that you like and more people to meet. So like all those things that, I don't have to join like a
CrossFit gym.
Yes, exactly. I don't need to do that which if that's good for you, if that's what, you're doing.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Big friend group from it back in the day. But yeah.
Did you make him go to shows once he started doing stand-up?
Yeah, I did. And it was the bringer days back in the belly room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good old. They don't do bringer shows in the belly room anymore, right?
No.
Thank God.
And the only other bringer show they used to do, that was the early show on Fridays in the OR.
Okay. I remember that one. Which one it was?
And now I think that's at Kookaburra.
Perfect.
But it was like the people who would show up would be like, "Hi, I'm on the list because my friend's on the show," and you had to just be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you're very special because you're on the list, just like everyone in this audience." Like,
I remember doing one of those shows, and there was a comic. The comics were insane people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're all actors who are taking one comedy class so they can put it on their resume.
Or they don't know how, like they're clueless of any of this world. This one girl showed up with a toy, like a fluffy unicorn horse stick thing.
No.
And we had to tell her, I don't remember the specifics. I wish I could. It was a bringer show in the OR, and they had to like tell her no. I don't know why or how. I mean, I know why, but I'm surprised they even said anything. Yeah. I just remember them shutting down the horse before it even happened. I wish I could remember more.
I kind of respect that they did that, but I also like, and it's because I don't want to like, there are a lot of comedian friends I have who are very funny. I've done it for a while, and they're like, I started by taking like a stand-up class. Like that was like the first way that they tried doing it. So
I did in Florida. I did a class.
So I know that that's how people do it, but it's like as soon as you've done it a little longer and know that bringer shows are embarrassing, it's like so easy to turn around and just be like, no.
I'm so happy those sizzled out. Although I think like at other places, maybe the Comedy Chateau, I think does them.
That feels right.
I always forget that place is there.
I do too. It was one of the most chaotic DMs I've ever gotten was like the Comedy Chateau. I don't know if this is anyone knows, but it's a place in LA.
It's a newer venue, but maybe not at this point. Maybe 6 years old.
But so like they hit me up to be like, this was years ago, being like, hey, would you like send us your avails? And I was like, okay. And then they're like, we booked you for a 5-minute guest spot. Like if you could bring some people.
I got the same exact message.
And I was like, I was like, oh, I'm busy that day, which was a lie. But I'm just like, I'm not doing a 5-minute bringer show. Like I'm not, it's not an ego thing. That's just, I'm not making anyone, I'm not doing that. No. And I was like, but I'll be in touch in the future. Didn't talk to them. Months later, I got another message from them. And they were like, just letting you know, we fired this person. We're no longer, and I forget what their name was, but they were like, if this is the person that messaged you, we're no longer affiliated with them. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to continue to not do shows that like, this isn't going to change my behavior. Like
you didn't win me back.
Yeah. And I guess it was just, I went through like a lot of, I have no idea, but it was one of the where I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. They're very strange. Yeah.
But that's out. That's around here.
It's in NoHo. It's across from the Haha, which is fun that they had like their own rivals of 2 clubs that no one cares about. I'm like, what? Do your own thing. It's fun.
It is.
Yeah. If you guys want to see comedy, don't go to the Comedy Chateau or the Haha.
No.
Don't do it.
They're not
unless you're going to support your friends for a bringer show. Because we've all been there.
Yeah.
And they need it.
Well, and I also feel like a switch a switch flips, a flip switches.
There
What
was
is it? How do you?
A flip.
I flipped a switch.
Okay.
A switch where, at first, like bringer shows, you're like telling your friends, and then once you actually are like, oh, I'm trying to get good at this thing. I've been very much like to my friends, like I'll let you guys know when it's a show worth coming to.
Yeah, same.
And I have friends who are so sweet who are like, we want to come out and support you. So like sometimes they'll just like buy tickets and it's like a show with 4 people in the audience. And I'm always like, I'm not like keeping it a secret from you guys. I swear, if it's a good show, I will let you know. There's a reason I did not tell you about this show.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Matt and I go through the exact same thing. I'm like, let me find until I'm in a don't tell near you. And that's pretty much the only thing you're going to ever be invited to. Because I know it's not going to be bad.
Yeah.
Other shows, you just don't know.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
No clue.
No. And it's tough too, like even at like the Comedy Store and stuff, like most of the time the sets you're doing or like that I'm doing are like 5 minutes or like 10 at the very end where like, and then afterwards they'll be like, well, I thought you were going to do longer. And I'm like, well, that's why I didn't tell you about this because I'm just opening it. That's it.
And be like, and I wanted to do longer too.
Yeah.
Don't hear it.
No, I also wanted to do more than 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, they just try to support. I always say, just don't come out. I just don't. I don't want.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys don't need to be here. And it's like, and they're nice. They're not overly whatever. But whenever they're like, let us know, and I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't forget that you said that. I will.
Wait, are you from here?
I'm from the Valley. We're very close to
wow.
like my elementary school.
No way. Yeah, a lot of things you said I was picking up on. I think we also might have talked about that before. But that's nice.
Yeah, it's funny walking down the street because there used to be I think they closed Hamburger Hamlet was a restaurant that was like on the street.
Out on the corner, yep.
Yeah. And it's still gone? But it still smells like burger from other, like I was like, this street smells just like I remember. Like when I got out of the car.
Right across the street.
Oh, they filled the air to fill it in.
Yeah. And then there used to be a deli that was like the deli we would go to. Well, I lived around here till I was 12, and then we moved to Chatsworth, which is the Deep Valley. Okay. So it's still in San Fernando Valley, but it's like horse car. It's different. Okay. Like people down here have an ego about they're like, well, at least it's not out there. Do you know? Like that's like.
And you're like
past Van Nuys, and then, it's like it's. I don't know if it's nice, but I feel like it's nice to visit your.
It's so
hometown.
Nice, yeah. I drove by when I was doing shows in North Florida. We drove by Orlando where I went to college, and I was like, "This is so weird. Like this, I haven't been here forever."
Yeah,
it just feels good. Or when I visit home and look around my high school, but. Yeah, it's a nostalgic feeling. This should be like a cool place. I have to pee so bad, but we're so close. We're at the time. And
okay.
Okay, wait. Let's plug, and then do you have time to do Patreon? A quick Patreon?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to plug?
I have a special here.
Oh yeah, your special. We didn't talk about it.
No, but here's the thing, and you can cut this out.
No.
I don't actually. Or leave it. I don't care. I don't.
Whatever you want.
I don't actually care about this special.
Why
so
not?
I don't know how this is, because what happened was this company hit me up and was like, hey, like we'll pay you to do 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like that seems cool. But I also beforehand, because it was this random small company, I was like, I think I'm just going to do all the older jokes I have that I don't have like good tape of. And I made a thing, like when I did it, I was like, hey guys, but like, let's make sure that I can cut it up into clips. I was like, as long as I can cut it up into clips, sure, I'll do it. And then they sent me a contract. I signed it. Afterwards, I had so many people tell me horror stories about working for this company.
Oh no.
Which they've been nothing but nice to me, so it's been fine. But so then what they do is, and this you might really not want to share, but they then, how they make their money, their racket is they film all these specials for pretty cheap, and they pay but not that great, but it's also like better than nothing. But then they sell all the specials to Comedy Dynamics, and they pocket the profit. So you see none of that.
Because they say, we've talked about this, they say that they're going to take, what is it called? they say that they'll pay you once they make back what they spent.
Yes.
But that number is so high in a lie that you never see anything.
That you never, like, all I got was like it was like $1,200 to do like a half hour, and they flew me out to Atlanta to film it, which they also didn't promote it at all. There were like 20 people in the audience, but the whole, yeah, but the whole thing, and they were like,
oh my god,
but so they were like, we're gonna put it on our YouTube channel is what they told me, and they don't have a huge, they have like 0 following on YouTube, so I was like, cool, this seems like I'll do it, and no one will ever see it, and I'll cut it into clips.
Yeah.
Then the next thing that happens is Comedy Dynamics contacts me, and they're like, so here's our marketing schedule for your special that we now have.
Oh my God.
And they're like, and so then they were like, collaborate. So like, they like, anytime they post it, it's they like have a collab request, which I accept because like, and it's one of those things where like, I'm not mad at the jokes or how it looks, but I truly was like, this is going to live on YouTube and no one will ever see it. And they're like, here, you have to promote it. And so it's one of those things like people are like, congrats on the special. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not that excited. But anyway, it's called Boner Technology. You can buy it. And eventually it'll be free on YouTube. So you can also just wait if you want.
No, buy it.
But so it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you think you're going to film something that'll just exist on YouTube, and someone decides to sell it somewhere, and then suddenly you have to act like you had any say in that decision.
But you're happy with how it looks and everything.
Yeah. I watched it. Who's to say? I watched the clips they've made of it, and I watched like the initial cut they did to give notes.
Okay.
But then they never sent me a final cut. The next call I got was them telling me about the release schedule. And on the Zoom call, I was like, hey, could someone send me a link to the final cut? And you could see even the Comedy Dynamics people were like, they didn't do that?
Oh my God.
So they were like, and so they did, but I was like, I'm not going to watch it because there's nothing I can do now.
Yeah. You're going to just get frustrated if there's something you wanted to change.
So, but they're all jokes I like, so I'm happy with it.
That's good, at least.
Yeah, it was
learning experience.
Yeah. Well, and it was just like, if I had done my favorite, like if it was, I would be very proud if I was like, yeah, this was like the 45 minutes to an hour I've been dying to record. Mm-hmm. But that's why I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a spit, but like it's not. You know what I mean? This is
smart though.
Yeah, well, because after I talked to so many people who had bad experiences, they were like, don't do any material you love, because also they were like, their contract is crazy. They like own it. All this stuff. But it was like, so many people are paying out of pocket for specials, where I was like, well, if they're paying me, like, I'll do it.
And you get money.
Yeah.
I'm so curious if it's the same company that we've all talked about before. We'll find out.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I know you have to. And then Instagram, I'm places I took a shit this year. That's my handle. TikTok, I'm places I took a shit again because my first account got banned.
So did my first account. Oh, no warning. Did you get any warning?
I got banned twice. So I really have TikTok. I've gotten in a lot of trouble on there.
They're so sensitive.
It also cured me of, I was doing the thing where I was like scrolling all night being like, this app is so fun. And then once you get banned twice, you're like, I don't even want to be on it. You guys don't want me here? I don't even want to be on here.
I hate TikTok.
I guess Twitter or X, which I also never really, I'm a dirty gunts on there.
Okay, I'll find all these. Yeah. I'll put them below. Yeah. That's so fun. I'm just Mandy Martino. But TikTok, it's Mandy Martino.
There you go. Okay.
Those pieces of shit.
Because your first one
got banned. You know that like trending black dick that went viral?
That's why I got banned the first time.
What?
Yeah.
We got banned for the same dick?
Because, I thought when I first got TikTok, I thought it was like Twitter, where like Twitter, like you can post like full beef shot, like you can post crazy stuff on Twitter. And so I was like editing, it was like in the pandemic, and I was editing the guy with his dick out into videos for fun. And I posted those, and my account got banned.
I even covered mine up. I did a Queen's Gambit because it was during the pandemic, and Queen's Gambit was like a thing. And this was when I was still doing sketch it reels.
Was it on the ceiling? Was she seeing him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to look up, and then I put a chest piece over his dick.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
And TikTok didn't like it.
Yeah.
Bye bye at Mandy Martino.
Yeah. And the other thing too is when they banned my second account, and that one was actually like going pretty well.
What did you post the second time?
This one was a whole
It's the same thing.
Just another. I have to get mammograms and breast MRIs every 6 months because breast cancer is like I have high risk, whatever. But so it was when I had just gotten a breast MRI and someone had totally separate, independent of this, had DM'd me and asked when I was going to get an OnlyFans. So I made an OnlyFans and I just put images from my breast MRI on them. And I sent the guy the link and was like, hey, like, thanks so much for your support. If you want to see some pics, you just got to pay to. And so then I made a video about this prank that I had done. But if you even mention OnlyFans on TikTok, they just ban you because they assume you're an OnlyFans model trying to whatever. And I even I appealed it. I did all this stuff. Like I was like, you can watch the video. Clearly it's not that. And they were just like, absolutely not. But also you can't get any of your videos. Like I was like, oh, can I at least have access to my to save them all? And they were like, no, once it's deleted, it's gone. Which is just
messed up.
Yeah, but I can't believe we were both banned for the
dude.
That's
it's so big. Let the world see it.
He used to be a bouncer at places that had comedy in the Bay Area.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, his name I think is Woody. I think that's his name.
It should be Woody.
It might as well. But I edited him into. You know the scene in Pulp Fiction where they look in the briefcase? Oh. It's the whole thing is they never show what's inside the briefcase. And so I had it cut to inside the briefcase and it was just a picture of him.
Did you cover it?
No. Okay. Because I thought it was like Twitter where I was porn stars post nudes on Twitter. I can post this guy.
Well, even now, if you don't have to ever wonder, should I have covered it? Because if you covered it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That does actually weirdly make me feel better.
It should, right? Because I feel like if I were you, I would be like, why did I not cover it?
Yeah, if I had only, wow.
You would have already lost it.
And if I really want to just end it and get kicked off of Twitter or kicked off of TikTok again, I know exactly what to do.
I've had enough. That's the craziest. That's like a moment when you watch someone do crowd work and you're like, how did that come out? Or like, how did that? That's crazy that we both had that.
That's so funny. And I'm sure like both of us are like, oh, this is going to kill it on this. Like people are going to love this. Immediately
so
I feel like 2 seconds after getting banned, like posting it was like, you're banned.
Yeah, I had no shot. It was also when I first started dating Matt and he helped me with the chess piece edit. and it was like, well, remember, that failed us. No.
That's nice of him that he did it though.
What a sweet man.
Yeah, where he was like, well, she wants to do it, so I guess I'll do it.
There you go. He even said we should make the chess piece bigger. It was a whole thing. It was the whole thing. Gosh. Well, make sure to watch her special. She's very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super proud of it.
And I know you got a little taste of the penis talk. Mm-hmm. So we're getting you ready for Patreon.
Yeah.
Where it's just, you don't even know what we're about to talk about.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.